I'm sure you remember this concept called place signs when we're evaluating determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. And those place signs are put there: positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and it continues. Now, for each element of a matrix, there is a corresponding cofactor. A33 cofactor A33, A32 cofactor A32. The question now is, how do we evaluate the values of the cofactor or the element of the cofactor? And let's consider the first one, A11. Now, the first thing we do is to add the place signs. The place sign for the first row, first column is positive. Okay, let's write it down. Positive. And just as we did in determinants of a 3 by 3 matrix, highlight it horizontally and vertically. We are left with A22, A23, A32, and A33. And then we write it and say this is A22, A23, A32, and A33. Now, this in itself is a simplification. Now, we simplify this now further and say this will be plus A22, A33 minus A323 multiplied by A32. Yes, I know it might be quite confusing, but now let us evaluate the cofactor for A12. The first thing we do is to place sign is positive, no, it's negative rather. We highlight it horizontally for A12 and vertically we are left with A21, A23, A31, A33. So we write it now and say this is okay. A21, A23, A31, and A33. Then we evaluate it, simplify it, and this will give us A21, A33 minus A31, A23. Then we continue and say, okay, fine. Let's move on to A13. I believe this is interesting now. A13. The first thing we write is to evaluate put the place sign of A13. The place sign on A13 is positive. Now, just as we do in determinants, highlight it horizontally and vertically. We are left with A21, A22, A31, and A32. So we see A21, A22, A31, and A32. And if you simplify this now, we have positive A21, A32 minus A31, A22. Now, we want to simplify further those elements of row 1. If you follow this analogy, you can evaluate cofactor for A21, you can evaluate for A22, you can also evaluate for A23. You can pause the video now and give it a try. So we see that A21, okay, is equals to, first thing to write is the place sign minus negative, and horizontally, vertically, we are left with A12, A13, A32, A33. So we write it down and say it's A12, A13, A32, A33. And if we simplify this, we'll have it to give us negative of A12, A33 minus A32, A13. A22 now, the first thing we write is the place sign, which is positive. Just as we did vertically, horizontally, we are left with this. So we write it. Positive A11, A33 minus A31, A13. And finally, for A23, write the place sign, please. First, please do not neglect the place sign. And highlight it vertically, horizontally, we are left with these two. A11, A12, A11, A12, A31, A32. Negative of A11, A12, okay, A11, A32, minus A31, A12. Now this is for row 2. Now you can pause the video right away and let's see what we can do when we want to evaluate for row 3. Pause the video and evaluate for row 3. So we are looking for A31, A32, and A33. Yeah, so let's continue. A31 now is equal to, before sign, place sign, positive. Click our highlighter, vertically, horizontally, and we're left with this 4. So I have A12, A13, A22, A23, and this will give us A12, A23 minus A22, A13. And we do the same thing for A32. A32 now, place sign of negative, alight vertically, horizontally, A11, A12, A11, A21, A13, A23. Alright, A11, A21, A13, A23. We simplify negative, the place sign, please do not neglect it. A11, A23 minus A21, A13. And finally, A33, which is equal to, okay, by evaluating this, first thing we write is the place sign, positive, and we highlight both ways, horizontally, vertically, and we are left with A11, A12, A21, and A22. And we have A11, A12, A21, and A22. Now simplifying it, we have positive of A11, A22 minus A21, A12. Now we have evaluated for row 1. This is for row 2, and this is for row 3. Now remember, we had 2 examples to solve to evaluate for inverse. So we'll begin with the first example. The first thing we do is to evaluate the cofactor for the first example. That will be in the next video.